12:11, the Bible reads, "From the time that the daily sacrifice is abolished and the abomination that causes desolation is set up, there will be 1290 days." A lot of Bible scholars, they misunderstand and also misinterpret this prophecy. I'm sure it's due to lack of revelation, but however they are trying to get closer to the truth. They do believe that Antiochus Epiphanes is the one who was prophesied to remove the daily sacrifice mentioned in Daniel 12:11, but of course it did not fulfill the prophecy, because when you add the years since the time of Epiphanes, you find that nothing had happened, more especially historically. Hence, we need to put aside that kind of guessing. With that being said, let me show you now how this prophecy of Daniel 12:11 was fulfilled. If you did not know, now you should know that the time the Gentiles began to trample upon Jerusalem, the holy city, and also to remove the daily sacrifice began in 599 BC. And these nations which are prophesied to trample upon Jerusalem and Israel are: number 1, Babylon; number 2, Medo-Persia; number 3, Greece; number 4, Rome, as mentioned in the Bible and also historically proven. It was in exactly 599 BC. This same year, it is the year when Babylon captivity took place, after King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon took control over Jerusalem. When the Jews were taken captivity, all the activities which were done at the temple were abolished, of course including the offering of daily sacrifice. This is because there was no one to perform such activities because of the same incident. Hence, we can conclude that the daily sacrifice was abolished in 599 BC when Babylon came into power. And when you add 1290 days, which gives 1290 years prophetic days to prophetic years, you will come exactly to AD 691. And what happened at the place which was considered as the most holy place? Of course, the mosque of Al-Aqsa and the dome of the rock stood up. Using this vital information, we can conclude that the prophecy of Daniel 12:11 had been fulfilled, and the dome of the rock and the mosque of Al-Aqsa are the abomination that causes desolation mentioned in the book of Daniel. Here the question comes: will the dome and the mosque be destroyed to pave way for the construction of the millennial temple? Of course, yes, because when you read the book of Zechariah, it clearly explains on the building of the millennial temple, and there's no any other place except that same place, the Temple Mount. With that being said, we have all seen what has been happening recently at that same very place. Chaos every time. The Jews are nowadays clearly showing their intentions of building the temple, and everything is ready for the building of the temple except for the land where to build it, and there's no any other place except the Temple Mount. Hence, Muslims have been playing an important role in fulfilling this prophecy without themselves knowing. Soon this will come to pass, and it will greatly shake the world. And this is when a lot of you will understand and come to realize that the Bible is the only truth and Jesus Christ is the only way to salvation. Wait, before we end, I'm going to give you a little tip. The times of the Gentiles or the nations are near to an end, and of course the Bible, through the book of Revelation and also Daniel, shows us when exactly it starts and also when it ends. And of course, it started in 599 BC, and also it will end in exactly AD 2066. I know you're already questioning, like, who is he? Who is it to know? Of course, it's through the evolution and also the countless research of the Bible and the prophecies mentioned, comparing them to the world history. And of course, you find that those mentioned prophecies are being fulfilled at that specific time. Even these prophecies concerning the end of the nations to trample against the Holy Seat will be fulfilled as mentioned exactly at that specific time. Don't forget to sub and also stay tuned, because we have more amazing content, more especially concerning times and the seasons, and also concerning the fulfilled prophecies. And we will show you how we came up with the Bible chronology from Adam until the end of the days.